Oh, yeah, that was rough. Oh, I don't know. I'll go find out. Was that bear?
Hey, big guy.
Rock and roll groupies.
Trying to think about this.
Well, just all you have to do is say who you are and how you fit in.
Okay. I'm Sally Hyler. I'm Maybelle's cousin. My mother was Mabel. My father, Albert Miller.
Perfect. That's it? Super. And who are you?
Abby.
Who's your mom and dad?
Valerie and Robert.
Okay, who's this over here?
Tell him your story.
Richie.
Tell him about what happened to you on Friday. What you just finished.
On Friday, I finished kindergarten.
Congratulations.
Tell him who you are.
What's your name?
Richie,
And
who's your mom and dad?
tell the camera.
Kathy, and Rick.
Yes?
Kathy and Rick who?
Pierce.
Right. And who's your grandma? Who's your grandma? Jerry. And who's your grandpa? Right. Boy, you're smart.
And who's your great-grandmother?
My sister.
Yeah, your sister. What's her name?
Becky.
What's her name?
Becky.
Kathy. And who's your great-grandma? Right.
My grandma Fisher.
There she is.
That's
I've already talked to you.
this person. Richie, can you introduce your grandma to the camera?
All right.
Okay. All right. And you say who she is and who her children are.
And how am I related to you?
You're my dad's mom.
Right?
That's right. Okay. But what's my name?
Jerry.
Okay, and whose daughter am I? Great grandma.
Great grandma Freshkorn.
Right. And where's Grandma Freshkorn? Can you go introduce me to her? I don't know who she is. Go over and shake her hand. So I can...
You're the guy. You're the commentator. That's good.
Now, who is this again? Okay. Very good.
Why are we here today?
Your birthday.
Right.
Very good.
I'm Cindy Peterson. And this is Jane.
This is my brother's daughter.
Okay, this is your brother's wife. Okay, this is my husband, Greg.
We are introduced, trying to figure out who everybody is.
And you live where?
North Carolina.
All right.
Yes,
And
I drive up.
you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have a brother and an older sister. My brother might be here. My sister's down in North
And
Carolina.
you drove up here for the party?
Well, I rearranged my vacation to come.
Wonderful. What do you do down there?
I work in mental health. I work with mentally disturbed children and their families.
Wow, wonderful.
Yeah,
You'll be able
so
to
I need a vacation.
consult with all of us today.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Good. Well,
I'll hand out my cards.
yeah, that's terrific. Now, this is your mother. I want you to introduce her.
This is the woman who bore and raised me, the poor soul.
Hi, I'm Cindy Peterson. I'm May's daughter, Maybelle's daughter.
I haven't seen you since.
It's been a long time.
I hate to have my picture taken.
You're the first one.
So does everybody else say that, but you know it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I know.
We're getting this all on film, so we've got a record.
You're. The last time I saw you, you were pushing a stroller.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
Yeah, I had it was probably 14 years ago.
Well, no, I had. Let's see. No, first I remember you. I should say. What's your daughter's name?
Amy?
Amy. Is she the oldest?
Yes.
Okay.
Amy, come here. The last time she saw me, I was pushing you in a stroller. First time. Okay. Now this is my cousin. This is, oh, that's right, my cousin's wife. Well, your family. Bert's wife. Bert's wife. And your name is? Okay. Linda is Bert's sister.
No, Sally's Bert's
Sally's
sister.
Bert's sister.
Linda is Bert's
Daughter. Oh, niece. Okay.
Let's start this all over again. All right. Yeah, can you, all right, that's why this is important. Can you set this? I'm Greg.
My husband.
I'm Cindy's first husband.
current husband. Current husband. Well, Bert's my first.
There you go, perfect.
But if he doesn't watch it, he is truthful.
All right, now let's start. Well, I've heard so many wrong answers here. Now give me the straight scoop. Who's who?
Okay.
Your husband.
Is Bert. Was sitting there.
Okay, and he's what?
He's my first husband.
And how does he fit into this whole scheme of things?
He's Sally and Bert are brother and sister.
Gotcha. Okay, we met
They're
Sally.
Mabel's children.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect.
Okay. Sally. Yes. Whatever. Sally has.
I'll talk to you after.
Oh, it's good to have these emotional moments here. That's good.
One of our birthday ladies. Yes, I keep very busy. I imagine you are. Yep. Now, we were just talking, you have how many brothers and sisters total? My granddad was your brother. And tell me about your older sisters. You have...
that Mabel is gone.
Right.
Franny went to the hospital last night.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
She's
didn't know
not
that.
so well at all.
Oh, dear.
She isn't here.
Okay.
And she wasn't able.
Just Franny,
That's
Mabel,
all. And me.
granddad, and you.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry about Franny.
Well, I am too.
Did they just call you to tell you that?
They took her to the hospital last Friday. They took her back to the hospital.
Did they?
Her left hand was tremoring, and she couldn't, almost understand what she was trying to say. They had to be there.
because I don't know it either.
Mabel had Paul, Bert, and Sally. Okay. Paul died. He has one child, Brenda, who has 2 children. She's down south somewhere, Georgia, I think. And then Bert has 3 children, which is Connie, who's in North Carolina, Stephen, who's in Pulaski, and Jane, who's in North Carolina.
And who's here today?
So I took them according to age, okay, how they come. And then there's Sally, who has 2 children. And she has first Linda, and then Mark. Linda has 1 boy, Aaron, and Mark has 2, Jennifer and Justin. And we don't have any grandkids.
Well, let's talk about this.
And Jane has a stud for a boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Okay. And our other daughter has a guy that's about like this. She's just about my height, and he's about 6'20" or 30 or something like that. And so, anyways, that's
You
about
did a
it.
great job. Thank you.
See, I knew it. Darn it, this was excellent.
Let's all go eat.
Now you want ages? Oh, Harold. Let's see. Bert is 4 years older than Sally. Harold is 3 days older than I am. No, it's odd. We both married people. I mean, they both married people with the same thing. I mean, same birth months and stuff like that. Linda and Mark were born on the same day.
That's amazing how many overlaps.
Let's see. Jane, what can I tell you about Jane? She's the light of our life.
Aw, that's nice.
It's only about
Well, now we get some light on you there.
it's
That's
only about
perfect.
41. So.
You want educational background?
This is excellent.
Oh, let's see. She's gone through all through Pitt University, and she works in mental health in North Carolina. She worked in mental health in
Pittsburgh area.
Mm-hmm.
and now she's taking care of all the people like me. You know? Stephen's going to college. He's studying engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And Connie has her master's too, like Jane does, and she teaches computer technology in North Carolina. And Linda is a hematologist for a doctor in Youngstown.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark is he works for a cone company, snow cone company.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Oh, and Brenda, Paul's daughter, is the one that's in down south. She's a nurse. And I'm really nothing. Not much of any. I'm a child's worst nightmare. I'm the mother that everybody fears having. Huh?
Interior decorator.
Oh, inferior decorator.
Greg, I'm Greg.
Yeah, I thought it was. Greg, this is our son, Stephen.
Stephen, welcome.
Greg.
Welcome to the show here. We've learned all about you before you came. You want anything to defend yourself?
No, nothing I'd say, no.
Okay.
Greg,
Okay.
it's my wife Linda.
That's my daughter.
It's your daughter. And you have any children?
One son, Aaron, is the next table.
All right, let's see, get a
Red
focus.
shirt.
Red shirt. Okay, let's get a focus in on here. Perfect. There's Aaron. I see him. All right. Drinking. Okay. That's Ricky Pierce, the other kid. And the girl there, where does she fit in? Oh, that's Kathy's child. Okay.
They changed so fast. Okay, you got it.
You were perfect. You're perfect every time. What's your name?
Corey? Corey Van Tassel.
Okay, and introduce the guy across the table from you.
That's my Uncle Jack.
Hi, how are you? I'm a bee person.
That's important stuff.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm B. I'm a B.
Now, what's the relationship?
He's my
Uncle.
mom's sister's husband.
He's your mother's
Sister's
husband. Okay.
I'm Wonder Mother's brother-in-law.
There we go. I just see. There you go. There's your wife. Mm-hmm. Right view. Now, and who's this guy coming here?
John.
He's a
My
visitor.
dad.
It's your dad. Okay, perfect. And you have what?
He's the guy
You got any brothers and sisters?
Brother and sister.
And their names are
Kristen and Kevin.
Kristen and Kevin. Perfect. They're both older, but you're wiser.
Right.
There you go.
I always heard he's the wise guy.
Okay, perfect. See, who's your wife?
I don't know.
Take your pick.
He said who? He said who, not where.
Hilda. Okay. Who are your children?
Helen and
Shirley. Perfect. Now we can fit you into this whole scheme.
how about that?
That's perfect.
They're good girls.
You?
Kevin,
Kevin, and who do you belong to?
Helen and John Van Tassel.
Very good.
I have the answer. Krista.
Krista and?
Helen and John.
All right. And there are how many other siblings?
One other.
One other.
Two. One and another one.
And where are you going? Where's your next stop?
Next stop,
Yep.
probably back up to food.
And you're going to school, right?
I'm done with school.
Done with school.
Graduated in May.
Fantastic. Congratulations. And who are these? Look at this crowd. Holy cow. This is terrific.
Guess what? Today is Valerie's birthday. And Valerie has a spice cake, and there's, I thought about that when I ordered it. But she's so we got her spice. See, you girls got chocolate.
Come on, Valerie, get up there. Get up there.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Helen. Happy birthday to you.
This is, oh, you don't know who this is?
No.
This is Bert.
Bert.
My husband.
Bert, how are you? We talked to your lovely wife. We didn't have a face to a name. Perfect.
Pull your hat off so they can see your face.
There, exactly.
So they can see your head.
Wait a minute, who are you?
Mary.
Mary.
Mary, this is Sally and Harold's daughter-in-law. She's married to
Wait, husband, come on over here, husband.
Mark
Mark, okay.
and their daughter
Jennifer, perfect. Now there was one other child, right? Where?
The baby's over there with Sally.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, and Sally was she was hiding her face for a long time too. You got over it. You got over it. All right, this is good. This is good. You are doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
There you go. There we go. That's perfect.
Out there, King Rick.
Not there.
Who are you and why are you here?
My name's Harold Hyder. I'm here because there's a lot of food. I've been waiting to tell you.
That's perfect. Now you're married to who?
Sally.
Sally. We met Sally earlier.
Yeah.
Though she wasn't very camera. She was kind of camera shy.
Right, she's back.
Yeah, we got her. She got over it.
Yeah,
There's no film in there.
there. I know there is. What was that? A good answer?
That was a terrific answer. I don't blame you.
Those guys from New York are.
Hey, that's why you were here. I said because I heard there's a lot of food. Yeah.
She's just bouncing around.
It is. Happy birthday. How many years is this?
37.
So if we sing Sweeter as the Years Go By, remember the old church song?
Yeah. Yeah. Or Hang Low, Sweet Chariot or something. I don't know that song. I know Hang Low, Sweet Chariot, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's not appropriate for you hang low or anything. So it's Spice. We'll think Spice Cakes.
Spice Girls?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm too old to know what they sing. I know there's a group called Spice Girls.
And, yeah, well, we met them in England, and they're you.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just when you pan back and you say, yeah, that's you. And here he is, master of the house.
Yeah. Somebody's got to be in charge around this place. How do you use the board, man?
You can hold it. I've been trying to.
Hey. Hey, you. What's your name? Robert, let's do that again, Robert. One more time. One for there. Yep, ready? Yes. Nadia Comaneci and Robert Howard.
You jump and I'll bounce. Go ahead.
Bounce me.
There we go.
Looks like a...
Have you ever been over by Kansas?
They get about 3 feet tall.
They put it on this thing.
Well, we don't get like sometimes they do.
But everyone else is
There is the closer one.
Married to Shirley?
16 years.
Now, if you had to describe the family you married into, well, how would you do that?
Wonderful. Just marvelous. And I hope you're out of film because I'm out of words.
But now what do you want to say, now that you've had time to think about it?
It's only going to be 15 years I'm married to Shirley, see. But it'll be 16 years tomorrow that I met Shirley.
Oh.
So 16 years ago today, I was still a nobody, but now I'm a somebody. But then I found out I'm still a B.
How did you meet her?
Huh?
How'd you meet her?
I met her at Denny's.
Denny's
Restaurant, and she stuck me for the bill the first time.
No.
And I've been paying ever since.
Is that true? Do you think, is that the story you heard?
Well, you gotta understand, Shirley, to truly understand this man, he doesn't lie, never.
Why would I have to understand Shirley?
You're a good man. You're in the will, buddy.
What do I have to do? He knows.
You're in the will.
I know. I don't know. I'm just saying this stuff. Just, he's right here. Shirley's not here. I don't know.
Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Should we talk later?
Yeah.
Okay, later. Okay.
15th year anniversary. We met on June the 9th.
June 9th.
And it was a Tuesday, and that was the best day of my life.
Oh, thank you.
Where did you meet?
Denny's.
Denny's?
Yeah.
What were the
See, I was
circumstances?
telling the truth.
What were the
I
circumstances?
told you the truth.
I was on my way to a little party,
Yes?
and he was sitting there, and
Yeah. And
he
she
was
stuck me for the bill.
flirting with me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Big time.
What do you do to flirt? I mean, how did you know he was flirting with you? What was the technique?
He was staring and staring and staring and staring.
Was it the drool?
Yeah, and finally she
And the
says, you have a
slobber.
problem.
And the slobber thing. I said, oh, sure.
So you went over and introduced yourself? Or did he introduce himself?
I went to light a cigarette, and he said, can I light that for you? And I said,
good move.
Oh, yeah.
That's good move. Good move.
And then she stuck me for the bill. I already told
Yes.
you that.
Yes.
yes,
Yeah, and I've been paying ever since.
ever since. And I can't remember really a day that we didn't dine together from that day on.
Really?
Really.
Every day?
Every single day.
For at least one meal.
Yeah.
What's your favorite meal?
Dinner.
No, I mean, what type of dinner? I mean, there must be
Italian.
Italian? So when you like want to have a magic moment or an evening that's extraordinary, that's what you have?
Unfortunately, we scratch off Denny's. Oh, yeah, that little story is all true.
That's all true.
Every time I tell her, let's go to Denny's and reminisce, she says no.
I have beautiful red roses on the counter already
Okay.
for June the 9th.
Oh, this is just misty eye stuff, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad there's no film in there before that.
How did you meet Robert?
Through a mutual friend.
Is that right?
Yes.
Still a friend?
Still a friend.
Okay.
Good friend.
Hey, if you don't have a mutual friend, you take the bull by the horn.
So they introduced you, I mean,
A friend of mine in college thought that Robert would be a great match for me and introduced us. And ever since then, it's been true love. And I have no regrets at all. Beautiful child.
oh, okay. Now, this was not love at first sight, was it?
Oh, yes, it was.
Was it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
He was, if I talked to him, would he say the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Go talk to him. Camera shy.
Ask you anything about Jim? We'll just do a headshot. Okay. Okay, now we won't ask anything about Jim.
Say anything you want about him.
Now, what about Jim? How did you guys meet? Let's just, I want to ask, how'd you meet?
How did we meet? We met his neighbor. I trained his horse.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim came to a horse show. That's how we met.
And did he, like, introduce himself, or did you?
Nice guy. Today he's not nice, but then
He was nice, okay.
I'm pregnant. I'm grumpy. I'm sorry.
Let's see. Yeah, there's no question. I know.
See, I told you I'd say something bad.
Okay, and there was a like love at first sight, or just a kind of a passing interest?
He would call me a hard sell. It took a lot of sell on my.
Okay, Bonnie, clean up the act. Here he comes.
Well, what was the question?
Was it? It was a hard sell. I mean,
It wasn't love at first sight.
No.
See what I mean? He's really bad today.
Cooling him off. That's good. No, it was not love at first sight.
It wasn't? Well, that was the other one.
If you hit me again, you're out.
Okay. So, but how long did it take from the first sighting to like serious dating here?
I don't know. We only
12 hours or
6
so?
months and we were married. It was a quick romance
How did he propose?
at Max and Irma. Gave me a ring and I said,
You like
maybe.
chili?
I did.
Did you like?
I like
chili. Alright.
But then I said yes later.
Max and Irma's, what's that?
Strong
In
conviction.
Columbus, it was a restaurant.
Restaurant? How did he deliver it? Just kind of, was it in a cake?
After dinner, no. It was in a jury box.
Yes. This is.
I don't know what he Yes? You can cut the camera off now.
This is exactly a pregnant pause right now.
Bonnie, don't look to me for help. Don't look at me for help.
And there's the source of your happiness right there.
Thorn in my side.
Rick, how'd you meet your wife?
Blind date.
Blind date?
A blind date.
And who set it up?
A friend of ours.
Well, Austin's really going to town, isn't he?
I can't remember his name. I have.
Well, one of those memories.
Lost him.
Where'd you go?
We went to Papin's restaurant on the Beaver River.
Mm-hmm. Was it love at first sight?
Practically was, yeah. As a matter of fact, we went out again the next week, and when I proposed to her, we had known each other for just under 5 weeks, believe it or not.
No kidding.
In our marriage, we had known each other just under 5 months. Now, I don't necessarily recommend that, but it worked.
Greg, where'd you meet your wife?
College.
College?
Yeah.
Where? How? Bar?
Slippery Rock.
Slippery Rock?
Yeah.
Classroom?
No, I asked her out for a dance.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She said yeah.
What'd you say the second time when you asked her?
Yes again.
Okay. Been that way ever since, huh?
Been that way ever since, right.
Okay. Okay. What was your first reaction when you met your husband?
I didn't like him. I did.
Didn't?
Nope, I didn't like him, but I figured I wasn't dating anybody else. He had a brand new car. He bought me flowers, took me out. So I thought, well, I'll go out with him. But eventually he grew on me.
Was that your reaction to this too?
Yes.
He said I talked too much.
Yes, you did.
And I still talk to him.
Where did you meet?
First time with a mutual friend, and then second time at a bowling alley.
Oh, perfect. How long did it take between you, like when you met her and then, pop the question?
Well, let's see. We broke up in August. No, we broke up in July, and we got engaged in August.
About 11 months.
How did he propose to you?
Oh, well, see, we went and picked out the ring, and I knew he had it, so I kept bugging him, and I said, when are you going to give me that ring?
Ah.
So eventually he had to give it to me.
Well, how did he give it to you?
At a restaurant.
At a restaurant?
Yeah.
It was like a romantic?
Yeah, it was nice. Where was it? The Kaliba.
The Dozen Roses.
Yeah, with the Dozen Roses.
Oh, this guy's smooth.
Yeah, since we've been married, I haven't had roses. No.
Did you ask permission?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You went golfing with my dad.
And he almost wrecked the van.
Yeah.
Did he really? Was he surprised?
Yeah. I'm not sure surprised. He's real happy.
You're good. Are you still happy?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Same with you?
It'll be
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. That's good. Close to your wife?
Huh?
Okay, we'll watch.
I just asked her.
Did you ask permission out there?
No.
No?
No, just between the two of us.
And she said?
She said yes.
No hesitation?
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
13 years ago.
Okay. No regrets.
Lady,
no?
huh?
Okay. Where'd you propose to her, Kathy?
In the banquet hall at Old Economy. We went there for one of their Christmas programs, their Christmas banquet, and we took a tour just on our own, a tour of the grounds afterwards, and we went back up there, and I had the ring in my pocket. I was almost afraid to ask her because it wasn't very long, but I did, and of course we were by ourselves out there in the banquet hall, so it was really...
And did she start crying immediately, or how was her reaction?
She was surprised. I think she was kind of thinking maybe I'd wait till Valentine's Day, but I didn't see any point in waiting any longer, because I knew. I was just hoping she knew.
Not again. You have to be out of film.
Not at all. How did you meet your husband?
Did you ask him that?
No, we will.
We'll probably tell two different stories.
All right, let's get the Sally story.
You ask him first.
No.
I was working at the Highlander Theater, and his sister-in-law worked there, so she told me who he was. But I used to ride around town in my car, and he used to ride around in his car, and we used to kind of look at each other. But really, the first I talked to him was when he came in the theater where I was working.
How did he propose to you?
We were babysitting my brother that's deceased now, his daughter. It was like on the 23rd of December, and we were at their trailer babysitting when he asked me.
And you said?
Yes. He had the ring. He had put it under their Christmas tree in a little box.
Oh, Will
He
Annie.
told me that was my gift.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh,
Now, what's his story going to be?
I don't know. He'll probably. I don't know.
Should we go find out right now?
Yeah, let's go. Gotta go.
Oh, we got to go. Okay. How'd you guys meet?
She picked me up along the Island Avenue.
Is that right?
No, how did you meet?
But no, she just told me the story and said, get his.
I think we met Highlander Theater.
Okay.
She was selling tickets, and I tried to get in free. She wouldn't have me.
He didn't tell you he was with another girl.
That's okay now. I mean, I think she's over it.
After 37 years, I think
Okay.
we're going to stick with it for a while.
Okay, great. And how did you propose to her?
I bent down to tie my shoe, and her dad said, "Oh yeah, she will marry you."
No.
I was just tying my shoe. No, I did ask her. I asked her dad first.
Did you ask she?
And he said yes. That's how I did not ask her.
Well, I told him when we got engaged.
Were you surprised when he asked you?
Oh, I know how we got engaged out of brother's trailer.
That's the one.
I'm old. We were babysitting with her niece.
Just as you're doing now. This is perfect.
Yeah, this is my little grandson.
Yeah. Fabulous. All right, we're... Mommy.
Did you have some yard work you needed to have
Hey,
done? Yes.
Bonnie.
Got you a lot of...
Did Jimmy... No, just one question. One final question. This is a wrap-up. One more question. Did Jimmy ask your dad before he asked you?
No, he did go. We did make a trip down to talk to my dad. Yes, we did.
Yes. But did he do it before or after?
I can't remember. I have to think about it. I don't remember.
Okay, we'll get back to you.
I think it was close.
Close?
It was real in there.
So your dad was satisfied that at least been asked, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. How did you meet Jake?
Don't worry, there's no film in it.
Thank you, because I've never taken a good picture in my life. I don't think this will be a start.
Oh, it is. It's
I'll
the first day
talk
of the rest of
quickly.
your life.
I met him on the street, actually. I
You
was
met him on the
walking down the street, and he picked me up. But I was with a friend.
You're not supposed to run home with a stranger.
Well, she knew him. My friend Carol knew him.
Working the street.
So he's just cruising along in his car, sees two hot babes, and then...
Yeah. Exactly. That's just
And I wonder where I get it from.
You probably didn't know this story. Okay, and how did he propose to you?
He said 8 minutes.
I'm not sure. Did he ask? He must have.
No, you
asked him, didn't you?
Maybe I did. I can't remember.
We'll talk.
I met Jack on Tuesday, and he proposed on Friday.
Yeah, she said, "What took you so long?"
And I
told her I
said,
don't
what
move
took you
fast.
so long? You wanted to ask me last night.
You're kidding me. We're talking 4 or 5 days?
Yes.
This is my interview.
Yeah, sorry. But that was that was kind of interesting. That was interesting.
Did you ask that question?
No. Yes. No, I guess I didn't. I would have gotten that answer.
Okay, mine, I don't recall.
Oh, see, I recall every
I mean, with that big drum roll, there was a whole lot of I don't know.
Don't recall. You need to ask him.
Come on, Ronnie.
What kind of, did he ever ask permission to ask you?
Think about my mother and father. Think about that.
Well, that is a dumb question. Well, let's just ask over here. Did you ask for permission at all?
Oh, yeah.
Who, me? No, I guess not. All right. That's just, but asking that of everybody. Make it different answers all over the place.
All right.
Let's interview you.
Yes.
Against him.
Yeah, okay. The short and sweet version is I went
Make
down,
it nice. You're among relatives.
Yes. And our children may do this someday.
Yeah.
No, it was a fraternity sorority mixer at Allegheny College, and I went down, and I saw this very handsome guy walking towards me.
He was a friend of Greg.
Broke the camera. It broke the camera.
Behind him was Greg.
I don't know what happened, but I jumped out in front of him, and I heard this little voice which sounded oddly like mine that said, "Have I ever told you you look like my brother?" Now, that was an opening line, and I'd never told him that. I'd never spoken to him before, so why would I come up with that sentence? So he said no, so we started talking. And then when he gave me my first kiss, he said, "There, was that like kissing your brother?"
And you said, unfortunately, yes.
Okay. Question is, how did you meet Mike Freshkorn?
Well, what do you mean, how did I meet him?
At some point, your eyes must have cast on his eyes for the first time.
Oh, well, I just gonna tell you something. I met him on a blind date.
Blind date? Oh, that is a popular thing here.
Right.
Who set it up?
My sister.
Mm-hmm. Which sister?
The only one I had.
Okay. Okay.
I think we went through this once before, if you remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else do you want?
What I want to know is, when did he propose to you, and how?
Oh my gosh, it took him a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
I met him in June. He was married in September.
Did he ask permission?
He asked permission for what asked me?
Yes. And did he ask permission of your family at all?
Yeah, he did. He asked my father.
Yeah.
And he said, he tried to get rid of me. He thought nobody was ever going to come along and take me off his hands.
When he asked you for marriage, did you say yes right away?
No. I thought maybe it was on the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
He said he had a porch on the front porch.
Yeah.
And I just thought maybe he's just
Rest for the wicked, I tell you.
So I said, well, I think it over here and ask him again. So that's what he did.
So did he come back and ask later?
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess so.
Don't make a decision right away.
That's perfect. Okay, Sarah.
And I can see.
Claude, when did you first meet with him?
It's comforting knowing I'm there for them.
I was waiting at the 5 and 10 for another fellow. And this other fellow sent Claude down there to take me home because he couldn't make it.
Oh, bad move.
No, that was a good move. From that time on, Claude and I went together.
Uh-huh.
That's what friends are for.
That's right.
Yeah.
And how did he ask you for marriage? Do you remember how circumstances?
At that time, I was living with Grandma Crown.
Right. Now, again, you guys look so much alike, and people think you're kind of sisters. What's the relationship?
She is my aunt.
She's your aunt.
I am her niece.
Okay. And who was your mother?
My mother was her sister, Edith.
I see.
She passed away in 1922.
Okay.
When I was 11 years old.
Okay. How many children were there? Siblings? How many of your siblings? There were you and Florence. Who else?
Evan.
Okay.
Did you say Earl?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, gee, that's the story. Okay, Jerry.
Yes, Gregory.
Don. Where did you meet Don?
I was a girlfriend of his sister's.
In the neighborhood.
Yes, he lived in the neighborhood, across the street. And Shirley and I went bike riding one day, and Don and his friend followed us to Brady's room.
I was over here for a while.
And I fell in the creek, and that got Don's attention. So the next day he asked me out.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then.
You have, let's see, when did he ask you to get married?
Well, I was a senior in high school, and he asked me on the front porch on Madison Street.
Perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
You got married when? In
1948, in February, and coming February of '98, I'll be married 50 years.
We'll be there for that party. We'll be there for that. Okay, Hilda, can you hear me? How did you meet Franny? Your husband, I'm sorry. How did you meet your husband? Where did you meet him?
At a dance.
Dance?
My father always liked to dance. He took me with me.
Right? And that's where you met?
Yeah.
When did you get engaged? When did you get engaged? Do you remember how you got engaged?
How did Patsy propose to you? Oh, good Lord, I don't know.
You have to ask Patsy that.
Just fell into it again. Tell him what you did to go out with Patsy.
Well, that's a story in itself. She went out the bedroom window.
Well, somebody's got to tell it now.
He put a ladder up to the
You
window.
tell them how Catherine, wasn't it Catherine that made it wait? Yeah, well, wasn't it Catherine that made it? No, it wasn't Catherine. It was Josephine, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Yes, you do.
Didn't you used to go out the window in your bedroom and go meet Patsy?
What's wrong with that?
Everything. I had my damn head examined.
Well, that's all right. That's water under the bridge now.
That's a great story.
I want to tell you a story, though.
All right, let's have it.
Hilda. The first time I really remember her is that my mother and dad had gone out to visit her and my grandfather. And I asked if I couldn't stay overnight. My mother says, well, you can't stay overnight. You don't have any clothes. And, but I begged, and so finally they relented, and I got to stay overnight. But my grandfather was going to bring me home the next weekend. But on Monday, Hilda cut off one of her dresses to put on me, so I would have something to wear. And I cried so much and was so homesick that they had to take me home on Wednesday. I didn't stay the whole week. So she cut off that dress. And she probably only had 3 or 4.
Now, let me tell you, I didn't have too many dresses to cut off either.
Do you remember that?
Slightly.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you and Jim meet?
At work for a Copper's company.
Coppers.
I was working in the lab as a senior lab technician, and he was a maintenance man on the butadiene units.
Was it love at first sight?
Well, you know, I didn't have very many clothes.
Yes.
I
want to know.
said, well, if you had
Grandma,
2 dresses for you, you don't
did
wear one.
Jim ask Mike and you if it was okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you cut that
And I didn't
one
want
off
to
for
part
me.
with her. And I said, I don't want to tell you now. You ask me again sometime later.
Is that right? Were you really?
Yeah, I didn't want to part with her.
And she said, I want to tell you, she's really independent.
Yeah.
She might be hard to live with.
So I
She has a
finally
mind of
told
her
him, I
own.
said, well, very reluctantly I'll let you have it.
No kidding. You were tough.
He knew
He's
it.
avoiding
He said, no, he'll find out.
I thought Jim was a trainee.
No, he was productive maintenance foreman.
Oh.
He went right in as maintenance foreman because but he trained a lot of people. He was right out of service. And I bought in the Memorial Gardens and Memorial Arbor at Kings Point. Kings Point's such a beautiful place. And I bought a memorial for him in the Memorial Arbors. And I'm going to go in October. It'll be dedicated.
Oh, great.
That's nice. That'll be nice.
Well,
Appropriate.
Cindy wants to go. Do you want to go?
Sure.
I know Jimmy and Robert want to go.
Yeah. You know who else like to go? Brent.
You couldn't keep him at home.
For Jerry.
Let me have another one.
All right. How did you meet Helen?
Oh, boy.
Come on.
She's left on that note.
We already heard about her working the street, so that's okay.
We already
We heard her story, but I want to hear yours.
That's where she was walking with Carol.
Who's Carol?
Carol Martin.
Carol Martin.
Now, what is it that drew your attention to Helen? I mean, she's walking down the street, you're driving. What was
She's
it?
sitting right here.
Remember, Jake, remember.
I knew this was a hot
This is taped, you know.
There you are. I mean, you're driving along.
See if it's wired, too.
You're driving along, and all of a sudden your eyes go off to the right, and
I
there's
knew Carol.
Carol.
You knew Carol.
And that's how I met him.
Well, this is
Now, I want to hear the proposal.
Yeah.
Because Helen says she doesn't remember.
Neither does he.
I don't either. So.
Yes, you do. I saw a glimmer of you did.
Have you been living in sin all these years?
No, I wasn't.
Well, I think he does.
So then, at some point, you must have asked her.
He remembers. Come
How
on,
was the
Jake.
first date, Gary?
First date was, boy, that was a long time.
What's 67 years?
Come on, Jake, there's a lot of
I
steak
know
here.
our first date.
She remembers
we went
that.
to the Foster Theater was a regular movie theater then. It's
You
now
went
it's a
to the Triple X Foster
well,
Theater.
it was a theater. We saw Georgie Girl.
Yeah, Georgia girl.
Maybe I was just telling
But I want to know the
I remember
proposal.
hearing the story.
I don't know.
Ask her.
I don't know. That's the part I
Remember,
I did my part.
No, you
After
can say, there was just, there's no Fifth Amendment protection here at all.
I don't know that I really felt it. I just thought there was so
You must have. I mean, somehow you got to the, you did get married, didn't you?
darned if
I was there.
Yeah, there's a ring. Let's show the ring at least. Yeah, there's a ring, yeah.
No.
Did he think that on the first?
Of course, she doesn't wear one.
I dated him a few times.
Did you like ask any permission of anybody? Did you check
Oh, yeah.
her background?
So Protestant, I'm not a Catholic. That makes a big difference.
Yep. She's always said, well, now that Harold is just the greatest guy. You know, it's just it's so nice, Sally, yes.
Was it love at first sight?
Heck no. It's funny how you remember.
So you came home and said that to your mother.
No, to my girlfriend. I didn't tell my mother. I told my girlfriend.
How long did it take you to write that out?
How did you meet your husband? Everybody has answered it. Everybody except you.
Oh, I was going with his buddy.
You're going with his buddy. And then you dumped the buddy.
I felt sorry for Bert. I figured I'd have to be the best thing that ever happened. You can't say, I'm humble.
How did he propose to you? How did he propose to you?
I'm in front of the house. He put the ring on my finger. He said I had to put my hand behind my back. I wasn't allowed to show my parents. So he went in the house and asked them for my hand. And he got the whole thing. He went in and my father was there. And he asked my father, and I'm like this. And my father said, I don't know, it's up to our mother. So he called my mother, who was at my grandmother's, and the first thing he said was, do you know what those kids did? And my mother thought, my God, they ran off and eloped or something. She didn't know what we did. That was it.
Your mother was okay?
It's been hell ever since.
Your mother's okay with all this?
No, not really.
No.
I was too young.
Yeah.
You know, I should have listened. Sally wouldn't give me any good advice.
Barb, you're leaving out the part where these aren't your children.
I beg your pardon?
You told me, what do you mean you beg my pardon? Yesterday you told me on the phone these weren't your children.
Well, yeah, he had the 3 kids when I married him.
Not the way I remember it.
Yeah, he did. So, you know. Right, Sally?
Right.
She thought so. He has them on his own.
Well, welcome to the family. Put on pause then.
I have a friend, his name is Tom. Anyways, he and his wife were divorced. They had gotten divorced starting the last couple of years. Anyways, and he said the reason why they got divorced, they have 4 kids. And all 4 kids look different. So she claimed that he was running around. That's why the kids looked different. And then so she divorced him. And he could not convince her that it wasn't right. So she said that since they all 4 look different, why he had to have a bad reputation.
Right.
Okay. I believe it. So
that's a story, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And so that's what happened.
Boy, don't put him in his side.
I got meet her. By accident.
By accident?
Yeah, I think, where was I going when I met you?
I don't know, I was dating your buddy.
Yeah, buddy, well, that's how it was. Yeah, I picked her up
on the street.
On the street, yeah, he was coming out of work. Yeah, I guess is how I actually met.
Is it love at first sight?
No.
He lied.
Still ain't. And my eyesight's getting worse.
This is going to get uglier.
Yeah.
Now, when you proposed to her, did you ask permission?
Yeah, I got permission.
What did their parents say?
Oh man, here's 500, take off.
What did their mother say?
Take the money off.
Yeah, take the money and run.
You've not regretted this, have you? Now, I'll tell you what she said later.
Well, I imagine
My father and I stood at the top of the aisle arguing. He was trying to run down the aisle with me.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was.
Yeah.
You know. And there's birds up there going. No.
Yeah, this is perfect. You're gonna want this movie. I'm telling you.
Out of practice.
I gotta find Liz for these. Hey, do we have more film in the car, honey?
Yep. Okay, you met Valerie where?
I met Valerie?
You did meet Valerie, yes.
Turn it off and I'll tell you the true story.
It's no fun.
Yes. I met Valerie through a dating service.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
And what was your reaction? Was it like love at first sight or
It
just,
was
just
a love
another...
at first phone call.
First phone call?
Yep.
Was it voice?
It was voice.
Oh, from the mutual friend from college?
yeah, that friend from college.
Is that what you said?
No.
Oh.
I told you
This should be a real good tape.
They're all like this. Every one of them are all different. Are you kidding me?
Are they really?
Yes, this is perfect.
Hey, I have a question, Greg. How come we haven't gotten you on video with Cindy? Did you guys collaborate before you came to the party? It's not fair.
Who said it's fair?
That's right. What's fair? We talked on the telephone.
Yep.
We talked about going to the islands, and when I would come up and meet her at her printing company, that I'd wear a Panama hat to go to the islands with her. And I went up and met her, and we met, and we talked for a little bit, went to lunch. And then that following weekend, I called her up and said, hey, let's get together. I was taking some dancing lessons to meet some other people because I lived in Houston or China, and I didn't know anybody in Columbus. So Valerie got together with me, and she came down, and little did I know she was going to be my partner for life.
There you go.
And it was wonderful because we didn't get to dance with each other in the beginning because they kept us separated. That's what they did with any couples that came. And at the end of the evening, Valerie got to be my partner. And she grabbed onto me so tight. And she goes, you're mine now. I'm not letting go. Is that what you said?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, I didn't hear any of this. This is perfect.
Yep.
And how'd you propose to her?
Because I didn't say a whole lot. I said, go talk to Robert.
How did you propose?
How did I propose? How do we propose? At the rodeo.
You proposed down on your hands and knees at the rodeo,
At the rodeo in Houston, yeah.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Had you checked in with Mr. Fisher beforehand?
No.
No, afterwards.
Afterwards, before I gave her the ring.
We had to make an appointment.
I made an appointment to talk to Mr. Fisher. I wanted to follow Greg Peterson's role. But I didn't track Mr. Howard down, Mr. Fisher down to the bathroom either.
We weren't officially engaged. No, we weren't.
Did I now?
We were not officially engaged until after he met my father.
Oh, okay.
It was not official.
Okay.
He did propose.
Well, at least he knew what your answer would be.
That's right. I knew.
The ring and everything was given on the night that we went out to dinner with my parents.
That's
remember?
right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I talked to Mr. Fisher first and got his permission.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he goes, have you ever been married before? And I said, no. And he goes, well, neither has my daughter. And if you get married, you got to stay married.
Oh, pressure.
Yeah, it was pressure. And I said, I can do that. And so that's what happened.
Yep.
There.
Then went to dinner that night with your parents, right? Yes. Went to dinner? No.
There were two meetings. Because remember you came out with the Tyvek uniforms
Right.
at their house.
Right. Oh, and then the next day I went to China, right?
That's when they met you. When they met you when you came out to the house.
Right.
And then you went to China.
Right.
And we dated. And then you proposed. And then we had dinner with them.
At the coast.
That's how that went. No, at Jerry's.
Jerry's, okay.
Good. Now we have the story together.
Yes.
That's true.
How did you meet Rick?
We met. It was a mutual acquaintance.
And his name was?
Neil Cooper.
You still like Neil?
I have not seen Neil since then, but yes, I like Neil very much.
Okay. Was it love at first sight?
Very close to love at first sight. Should I be looking at you, Greg, or should I be looking at the camera?
Whatever you'd like.
He's a sneak. It was close to first sight. As everyone knows, we were engaged 5 weeks later.
How did he give you the good word?
We were at Old Economy Garden. It was December 20th. They were having their Christmas candlelight program, and we were in one of the buildings. I can't remember which one. We were kind of outside a big room, like a ballroom. And he said, words to this effect. Kathy, I love you. I want to make you happy forever. Will you marry me? Something like that. And I said, yes, Rick, I will. I will
Wow.
marry you.
Did he ask permission beforehand?
I don't think so.
Does he ever ask permission?
No.
Probably something
Permission for what?
to marry you.
To marry me, no. No, he didn't ask my dad as far as I know.
Yeah. So this is like subject to being avoided and
Well, you know.
null and void, yeah?
Well, you know, I don't think so. 10 years and 2 kids later, I don't think anybody's going to want to try and annul it, you know. For the sake of the family, we'll stick it out.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Okay. That's great. This just brings a tear to my eye.
Mine too. Thank you, Greg.
And there's